Hello from Southern Ontario. I think it's July 29th. WEF King Carney. No one seems to be disputing Carney's been advising Trudeau since 2020. Now, we know what happened in 2020 and 21 with the Panda, and in Ottawa in 2022. We know the only country in the world that went harder on propaganda, the mandates, and the lies regarding the Panda, other than Canada, was New Zealand, which was led by Jacinda Ardern at the time, who, like Justin Trudeau at the time, Young Global Leaders Program graduate, WEF member. We also know, some people are going to deny this, and it will no doubt pop up in the comments. We know in Ottawa in February 22nd, after the illegal invocation of the Emergencies Act, that those men in green were UN troops. And we know that there were two planes in North Bay whose tail numbers showed they were registered to Klaus Schwab owned companies. Let the comments burn, but, well, suck it up. We know Mark Carney is only one of 4 men in the world, at least as far as I can ascertain, because the foundation board is pretty secretive at the World Economic Forum. But to my research, he's only one of 4 men in the world who sits on both the foundation board and the board of trustees at the World Economic Forum. At least he did in January when he came to save us from the evil Orange Man. Whether he resigned, well, he hasn't even mentioned it, has he? So anyways, we know now in hindsight that the Panda was far more about the great wealth transfer than anything else. And we know as well that the Green Greta crisis is the same as the Panda, far more about money than science. So, with Klaus having resigned, or perhaps being driven out by his own people, his own board of trustees that turned on him, that the current head of the World Economic Forum is an interim position, who then has or will take over the World Economic Forum? 3 contenders I'm seeing. Could be more. They are, after all, a secretive gang of sociopaths over there. We have AJ Banga, head of the World Bank, Board of Trustees member at the World Economic Forum. Antonio Guterres, head of the UN, who is openly partnered with the World Economic Forum. No one can begin to deny that. The UN, the WEF's openly stated partner in Agenda 2030, which now is Agenda 2025. And it's now openly stated as fast track to 2025, the UN and the WEF agreement. Agenda 2030 being hastened to 2025, sorry. Anyways, Antonio Guterres sat on the Board of Trustees for 10 years before heading the UN, and is the brainchild behind the Green Greta crisis. Sorry to have to mince terms all the time. Regarding Antonio Guterres, Green Greta, and that science, reference the work of Dr. Jacob Nordengard. But anyways, postscript. The World Economic Forum has and does openly state one world governance is on their agenda. In fact, Klaus said, and I can't quote him, last year at Davos that voting's become redundant. It's really, so they're pretty confident they've got their one world governance in order, given that the WEF controls the WHO, the IMF, the World Bank, NATO, the UN, etc. Where's Carney ranking it all? He might be in the top.